Okay, today I'm going to be talking about while loops. Now, in Python, while loops are incredibly similar to the while loops you'll see in C++. So, if I wanted to make a basic while loop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some variable that I initialize as like a counter, then I'll have a loop body, and then I'll have an update at the end of the loop. For example, let's say I want to print 10 stars on a line. Well, let's say what I might want to do is let's make my count variable. Let's call it I, and we initialize it to 0. Now I have my while loop. So this will be while. Let's say we want to print 10, so while I is less than 10, let's print an I. Print I? Well, actually printing I would print the number less than 10, which isn't quite what we want. So what we actually want to print here is a star, so let's print my star, which is going to be, there we go, print star, and then let's increment I. Okay, so if I run this program, I'm going to get 10 stars. Now, notice the 10 stars that I got were all on separate lines. The reason for this is the print statement prints by default a new line after each time it's written. So really what this is doing is saying, well, when I is 0, print star new line, and then when I is 1, print star new line, so on 10 times. So if I want to get them all on the same line, what I can do is add a comma right here. Now if I run this, I get 10 stars on a line. But you'll notice that these 10 stars all have a space between them. This is because by default, the comma adds a space. So if I want to get them all on a line with no spaces, then I have to actually concatenate into a string variable. So to do this, let's make a string variable that I want to add to. Let's call it star string, and we'll initialize it to the empty string, like so. And then what I can do is instead of having a print here, I can do star string plus equals a new star. So each time through this loop, I am adding a new star into my variable star string. And then at the end of this loop, what I would want to do is I would want to print that star string. Like this. This should print them all on one line without spaces, like so. Now, this is how you could do a print with a while loop. For this specific while loop, Python actually has a really nifty trick that you can use. You can actually multiply strings in Python. So what I could also do is I could simply say, let's make a second star string 2, and I could simply go, let's do 12 of them. So let's say, let's make it an asterisk, and I can multiply it by the number 12. So this is going to print a string with 12 asterisks. So then if on the next line I print that, star string 2, and I run it, yep, you'll notice I now have 2 lines, one with 10 asterisks and one with 12. This is a trick that you can do with Python only by multiplying a string multiple times. I could also do something like ABC, and then if I run it, I'm going to get ABC repeated 12 times. Cool, nifty Python trick, but all of these can also be done by a while loop as shown.